Hello, my loves. This is Malayla with Love and Light Starseed Tarot. Welcome or welcome back. Hope everyone's having a great day. This is going to be a reading for Aquarius and their person. These are timeless messages, so whenever you click on the reading, it's meant for you. Angel, spirits, guides, please show us what we need to see at this time. What messages need to come through for Aquarius and their person? What is the overall energy between these two, please? Knight of Cups. Death, rebirth. We have Scorpio energy. Four of Swords and a Nine of Coins. Yeah, I'm getting something that came to an end. But you're definitely going within, meditating, healing, resting, wanting romance in your life, wanting, possibly a new romance, or just being, having a romantic date, or, just bringing spontaneity and romance back into your life. Getting a single vibe, or just, definitely working on finances in order to, stand on your own 2 feet, be more self-sufficient. This could be, both of you doing this, or, just overall energy. Definitely working on finances. Wanting to start new, wanting to start a new romance. Could be with this person, or, a healed version of this person, or someone new. What is your energy at this time, please? 6 of Wands. 9 of Swords. Yeah, wow. So you're wanting victory and success because you're sick of being in your head and being anxious and worried. Sleepless nights. I'm getting, might be needing to detach from the outside world, or, social media, in order to regulate your nervous system. We're sponges, so we take in a lot of drama, noise, media, news. We take in so much energy, so sometimes we have to heal and detach in order to regulate ourselves. And wanting to enhance your life and wanting more success and victory in your life, sometimes you have to heal and detach. What is their energy, please, at this time? What is their energy? 2 of Swords. Whoa. 3 of Swords. So yeah, wow, they're flying out. I'm going to take them. Queen of Coins and the Tower. Yeah, so they are definitely thinking about a tower moment. Something that crashed and burned, or else they are needing to let a tower fall. It could be with an Aquarius, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, or just, money in general. Something that, they have their money tied up in. Because there's a lot of heartbreak. There's a lot of pain. There's a lot of drama, chaos, and they're stuck in their head about this. They have a big decision. But they stay, this energy keeps them stuck in their head. Keeps them in pain. Keeps them feeling heartbroken. I'm just hearing, be careful to, not to numb out the pain. Needing to look at, get to the root of the problem instead of, trying to numb yourself. Or, your person, take it how it resonates. Energy is fluid, so it could be vice versa. But this person, I just get them asking you, why am I feeling this way? Why do I continuously feel this way? You know, and sometimes it's because you got to make a change. If something's not working, it's not working for a reason. If, you know, energy is not flowing nicely and in a positive manner, it's for a reason. Or if, you know, tower moments keep happening, or conflicts, or anger, you know, you're feeling your feelings for a reason, and you're having these feelings for a reason. How do you see them? How do you see them? The Hierophant, Queen of Wands. Yeah, so this could be Aries, Leo, Sag, but definitely, you know, either they're in a commitment with a fire sign, or they are wanting higher level of commitment. How do they see you? The Eight of Swords, Two of Cups. Yeah, so definitely in your head, thinking a lot, overthinking about a soulmate connection. You know, or union or reunion in general. Possibly wanting to get together and spend time with this person. I'm just getting, you know, wanting to take action as well in order to expand your life, or to, you know, have a higher level of commitment, or, you know, just to even to be committed to yourself and your goals. How do you feel about them? Wow, the World in reverse. Four of Wands in reverse. Wow, and I don't even usually have any reversals, so that's funny. Wow, okay. Yeah, so you feel that this, you know, like I said, something came to an end. I mean, your world came crashing down. This person, you know, they could be your twin flame, or just, you know, your stability came crashing down. You know, or you feel that would need to happen. Yeah, and someone's running away. Someone's running away from the truth. How do they feel about you? Seven of Coins. The Moon. Yeah, so there's uncertainty, there's fear. Could be around, you know, just money, but I'm getting, you know, this person invested a lot of time and effort. And there's, you know, there's uncertainty. But I'm also getting, you know, invest in yourself. You know, invest in your health, your well-being. You know, you only have one brain, one body. Make sure you're taking care of it and nourishing it. What are your actions in the 3D, please? Wow. Five of Coins. 10 of Wands. Yeah, you're completely done. You're putting the burdens down. You're completely done with any lack mentality. You're done with feeling left out in the cold. You want a new, fresh beginning. Yeah. Possibly with an earth sign. We have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But yeah, you want stability. You want abundance in your life. You want someone who can be your rock. You know, someone who's loyal, steadfast, somebody who's stable. Someone you can build with, someone you can grow with. What is their actions in the 3D, please? Strength. The Emperor. Wow. Yeah. So this person is definitely working on their stability. They're working on, you know, being more mature, bossing up. I mean, they're having the strength and courage to, you know, be more stable and be more grounded. Wow. Yeah. Wanting to, you know, give an offer at this time, even if it's, you know, a small offer. But knowing, you know, that they're growing into this Emperor energy. They're having the strength and courage to do the right things. What are your messages towards them, please? Judgment. Ace of Swords. And the Star. Yeah, wow. Yeah, you definitely had to make a judgment call in order to go within and heal yourself. Yeah, you're investing in yourself. You want honesty, clarity. The only way, you know, you can be successful with, you know, here is through honesty and clarity. Is through, you know, after you heal, then you can integrate all the lessons that you've learned in the past into your life. You can take action. You can integrate, you know, these things for a new life, for a new future. Right? And just also just, you know, knowing, you know, where your anxiety, you know, or when you're stuck in your head with a lot of different thoughts, you know, repeat, going over and over, knowing that you need to heal and maybe step away from screen time or media, you know, because you have to regulate your nervous system. You have to regulate from, you know, drama, chaos, needing to be alone sometimes, you know, even just from people in general and different energies in general, having to heal from that. You know, especially if you're an empath. I mean, you take on everybody's ish that's not your own, so you need to make sure you're differentiating which, you know, feelings are yours and which ones are not. You know, and that comes with, you know, honesty, being honest with yourself, feeling your feelings. You know, if people are making you feel not good, you know, around them, that's for a reason. I just saw 1313 on the timer. What are their messages towards you? 3 of Cups. Ooh, Queen of Swords and the King of Swords in reverse. Wow. Wow. Yeah. So their messages are that, you know, they think you're divine counterparts, but there's some third-party interferences here, whether it's friends, family, work. I mean, it could be, you know, just feeling lack as far as finances, but somebody is definitely needing honesty and clarity in their life, because in order to come through with some communication, you know, that has to happen. But this could be, I mean, this is Aquarius, Libra, Gemini energy, but they definitely think you're divine counterparts. Someone looks like they just need more time in order to, you know, become this emperor, and definitely needing, you know, honesty and communication. Honest communication is huge. Yeah, what's the outcome, please? the Knight of Wands. The Empress. Yeah, that's what I'm getting is, needing to take action in order to expand your life and, what you're wanting for your future. Take action into being, loving, nurturing, kind to yourself. Not waiting for someone else to make you happy. Not waiting for someone else to complete you, but be that person. Become the Empress or the Emperor. Take action into doing something to, expand your life. This is liberation energy. Liberate yourself, free your mind. It's not up to anyone else to make you happy. It's up to you to create the life that you want to live. And then someone can just be a positive addition or a healthy addition to your life. What is the advice, please? King of Wands. Six of Cups. Three of Wands. Yeah, absolutely. Taking action. Being passionate about what you want for your future. Doing the things that you love to do. Right? When you love what you do, you don't have to work a day in your life. This could be, a past life connection or just a past connection in general. But if you're passionate towards it and you want this, you got to put in the work, right? You got to do what you got to do in order to come together, make it work, have a beautiful future, right? Sometimes you just got to do what you got to do if that's what you want. Make a conscious decision on what you want and focus on that. I'm going to get a numerology card, please. Let's see. What do we need to see for this connection, please? Two, 002, the void, longing, technology, ambition, genius, forward thinking, stress, and depression. You have more control over your life than you realize. Learn and execute what interests you. Turn things around. It gets better with time. There are plenty of friends to make, so chill out, have fun, and open up. Go outside. Yeah, absolutely. Shut off from media. Shut off from the drama, from the noise. Absolutely. Regulate your nervous system. That's what I'm getting. Get away from technology for a while. Feel your feelings. Go within. Meditate. Do yoga. Go out for a hike, out for a walk. You get anxiety and in your head and stuck in your head when your nervous system is out of whack. So sometimes you're in the void. You're in between space. Yeah, these messages, this is messages of love. Balance. One person is giving too much in the relationship. Yes, definitely needing equal give and take. And balancing things in general in your life. Interference. An external party is intruding on this relationship. These are the messages I have. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks.